Good morning, BB family. Happy Thursday. I'm really excited about this video because this was one of the questions that I got from one of our Academy members, and I just thought it was a really good question, and it's something that I don't think I've ever really talked about anywhere else. And so the question was like, Brittany, what are some things that we should be bringing to our sessions that like aren't necessarily photography related that would help provide a better experience for us, a better experience for our clients? And I just thought it was like a really good question. And so that's why I want to make a video. I wanted to show up for you guys and talk about the 3 things that I bring to every single session that really helps me to stand out. It has nothing to do with like gear or lenses or reflectors, which all of that is great. But this is the thing that I bring to every session, every wedding. And I feel like it might be my secret weapon on like providing a really good experience, and I'm excited to share with you guys. So with that said, if you are here, if you are watching live, if this is the first time catching me live, please say hello, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, how long you've been doing photography, and anything else you want us to know. If you're watching this in the future, #replay. #replay. This helps me to see who's watching it, so I can get to know your names, see your faces, and then that way, like if you ask a question, I know like these are my people. And before we get into the 3 essential non-photography things that you need to bring at every session, and if you have not yet watched the beginner photography class, you guys, y'all are missing out on some crazy valuable information. In the beginner photography class, which is totally free, and I'll put the link under this video, you're gonna learn the 5 essential things that you need to start your photography business. You're gonna learn the simple way to manual mode, and you're also gonna learn the 1 type of light you need to shoot in. You literally are gonna learn the very first fundamental things so that right after you can go shoot a session and like produce amazing images. So if you have not watched that yet, I'm gonna put the link below so that you can go ahead and do that. Okay, 3 things that I bring to my sessions, to my weddings, anywhere. If I'm shooting someone, even if it's a friend, I bring these things. Hope you have your pens out. I hope you have your notebook out, because you really need to write this down and then just like implement it at your next session and just like see how much better your session goes, how much your clients appreciate it, and what you can do even after the session with this 1 thing that you bring. So here we go. Get your pens and notebooks out. The first thing that you need to bring to every session, to every wedding, is a gift. It's super simple, you guys, and this does not have to be expensive. To my sessions, to my weddings, I bring like a very simple, oh wait, I have this one out. I ran out of photography cards, but I bring them like a little thank you card. You can order these off Vistaprint with your logo. Like literally, it's a white card, and they get a little thank you card after the session. Like, thank you guys for choosing me. Thank you for allowing me to spend time with your family. Thank you for allowing me to spend time at your wedding. Just a simple little thank you card with a little something. This could be, if it's in the hot summer months, some bottles of water. If it's a family session, it could be a bag of candy. Any little thing that can just be like an unexpected happy. That's what I call it. Like an unexpected happy. That's gonna go a really long way. It's gonna make you stand out. And maybe this is just a Southern thing, but it's like you don't show up empty-handed. Like you don't show up to a home, to anything empty-handed. And so when I get to leave my session and be like, oh, before you go, here's just a little thing that I have for you guys, they're like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like that was like, you so didn't have to do that. Or when I bring an ice chest of little bottle of waters that each person gets, it just really goes a long way. So think of something that is on brand for you, something that's going to be simple and easy for you to do. I teach this in the mini session course, in the business and branding course. You can bring waters, you can bring candy, a little thank you card, anything like that goes a really long way. Just a simple gift for your clients. Okay, the next thing is probably one thing that a lot of you guys do not do. I didn't do it for the first couple months that I was shooting. And if you do, let us know. And then like, congratulations, like you're just on the ball. But to every session, every wedding, in my car, I have an emergency bag. It's an emergency bag full of emergency things, such as a towel, some baby wipes. I have a pair of scissors just in case like somebody left a tag on their shirt and they're like, let me rip it real quick. No, let me cut. I got some scissors. I can just cut it so you don't have a hole in your shirt after you're done, and then I have to Photoshop it. I bring water. I bring snacks. I've had a few clients who, if they have like low blood sugar and they're in the heat and they're shooting for a long time, they can get dizzy and they need like some sugar and they need some snacks. Obviously I just said this water. Y'all can tell I live in the South, right? Where it's like hot all the time. Baby wipes, Kleenex for little noses, bobby pins. Like if you're at an engagement session and like your, bride has this beautiful long locks, but like the wind just keeps going. Like, yeah, you can work with the wind. Or if you're like, hey, I have some bobby pins. Do you want to try to pin it back a little bit? You're like, oh my God, how did you think of this? It's an emergency kit. Some safety pins. So like if you notice like in the middle of your session, the mom's bra just keeps sticking out, guess what? You're like, oh, I have a safety pin. Don't like say we're going to do this. Offer. I have a safety pin. Do you want a safety pin to kind of like pin your bra back? Y'all, these little things make the biggest impact in your client experience. Like you're thinking ahead, you're thinking about them, you got their back. So then you go from being a photographer that they hired to like a friend who like has their back. Another thing that I sometimes offer, especially on wedding days, I bring along some Midol. And in case like somebody is like cramping or not feeling good or having whatever, the question is, does anybody have any like pain reliever I can get? Like, and I'm like, oh, I have some Midol. Would that help? Like, never give it to them. Just, I have it available. Very, very easy over the counter things like that. Another thing is like little toys, like a squeaky toy or something to get the kids' attention. It's in my emergency bag just in case I need it. So first thing that I bring is a gift. It could be a simple thank you card. It could be a little baggie of like candy, like congratulations, you survived your family session. It could be a book. It could be something like a lotion or a bath bomb, like something on brand for you, but just a simple gift to after the session, like let them leave on a happy note, right? They did a lot of work. Second thing is an emergency kit, an emergency bag. Just keep it in your car. Nothing is perishable. Just keep it in your car unless you have snacks in there. That might get hot, but just keep it in your car. Label it emergency bag. And this is just for your clients if they need it, when they need it. And then the last thing, y'all, this is probably the most important thing that you need to bring with you to each and every session, to each and every wedding, whatever it is that you're shooting, no matter what it is you're shooting. I preach this to my coaching group. I preach this inside of the academy, and I'm letting you in on a little secret. The thing that you need to bring with you is an assistant. Well, Brittany, like I'm brand new. I can't hire an assistant. Who says we're hiring anyone? Bringing an assistant could be your husband, could be your mama, could be your best friend, like somebody who already wants to spend time with you. Bringing an assistant is like gold. Not because you need an assistant, but because you need someone who can capture you doing what you're doing so that you, after the session is done and all you have left are the images that you took, you now have images that they took of you taking images. You now have videos of you taking images. You now have a crap ton of marketing material you can post on your social media, you can put on your website. Showit, if you're using Showit or pretty much any website platform right now, you have a spot where you can add video. Like when someone's trying to decipher between a photographer and they see two photographers who both have beautiful images, but this photographer has literal behind the scene footage of them doing what they're doing, like you're gonna go with that because you can imagine what it's like to work with them, where this photographer completely missed that. Marketing material, people want to see you do what you do. People need to see you do what you do, but you can't hire photographers all the time. But you can bring your 12-year-old son who has an iPhone, who can take photos and videos of you. These don't have to be perfect. You can edit videos now on your iPhone. You can obviously edit pictures with the Lightroom app. Bringing an assistant is the third most important thing that you bring to your weddings and portrait sessions. It's gold. It's literal money because you're able to market your business with it. You're able to serve and love future clients with behind the scene footage of you, teaching them why it's important to wear a long flowy dress, because you have a video of you shooting your previous client with a long flowy dress and how easy it is to make their, figure look feminine in a long flowy dress, whatever it is that you're teaching them or serving your clients with. This is the last most important thing, you guys. And I really, really, really hope and pray you convince your husband, your best friend, your mama, your daddy, whoever it is, your son. Brody Bruce was 5 years old when I gave him a phone, and we created a Facebook ad of him taking a picture of me shooting Bonnie and Thomas because I didn't have time to hire a photographer or hire a brand photographer. I gave my 5-year-old son my iPhone and said, I want you to take as many photos of mommy shooting daddy and Bonnie as you can. It ended up being a Facebook ad for marketing. So bring whoever you can, bring assistants so that you can market for your business. So if you're just tuning in and you want me to recap the 3 non-photography things that you need to bring to a session, number 1 is a gift. Let them leave with a happy. A thank you card, some candy, some water, or an actual gift. Number 2 is an emergency bag. Listed earlier was some scissors, some Midol, some water, snacks, towels, Kleenex, baby wipes, bobby pins, safety pins, toys, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of other things. But just fill it up with maybe we might need this out and do what you got to do. And last but not least is bring a body who can click photos on an iPhone. Bring an assistant, your husband, your mom, your dad, your best friend, your business bestie, somebody to take behind the scene pictures of you doing what you're doing. So you guys, I hope this was helpful. These are the things, the little things that aren't necessarily in a how-to or in a step-by-step or but I truly believe it's the little things combined together is what's going to separate you from every other photographer in your area. It's going to give you more confidence and ultimately more bookings. So I hope this was helpful. If you haven't yet already, make sure you take the free beginner class. The link is going to be below here, so you can just grab it, sign up for it, and take it. In the meantime, I'm going to see you next week for another video. You'll have an amazing day.